What is going on, guys? No, I'm just kidding. What's going on, everybody? We are back with Resident Evil Village. If you were here a few days prior, you saw me complete the game within and under 7 hours. We did the game on regular casual difficulty. The story unfolded itself, and as far as my critique of the game, I really loved the story that Capcom was going with. I really felt like they really nailed it when it came to completing Ethan Winter's story, and not only that, setting up the future for what the next game could be. Because as far as we know, this next part of the Resident Evil franchise is supposed to be a trilogy. We had Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, now we have Village. The way the game ended with Rose being a grown up or somewhere between her late teenager years and early adulthood. We're kind of looking forward. I think the next game, Resident Evil 9, could be her story. But getting back on the track, guys, you guys saw me back a couple years ago when I replayed Resident Evil 7 Biohazard on Madhouse difficulty, and how fun that was. So we're gonna run Resident Evil Village again on the hardest difficulty, which will be the Village of Shadows difficulty. So meaning that the game is going to throw a lot more at us. There's going to be less resources, and one thing I think Capcom always does really great is that the main experience of the game, because they want you to do it again. You know what I mean? Because when you start playing the game, you don't get the hardest difficulty at the start. You got to complete it the first time to get the hardest difficulty, and that's what really like the experience is especially for Resident Evil, especially for Resident Evil 7. You know what I mean? Madhouse difficulty really made a big difference for Resident Evil 7. You really felt the core of Resident Evil 7. I felt it was a lot more terrifying. I felt a lot more darker in a way, and I really thought it was amazing. So we're gonna get into Resident Evil Village again, guys. It'll probably be a longer walkthrough. I feel like this playthrough will probably, instead of it being 7 hours, I think it might double up to 10 or between 10 to 13 hours, just because of the limited resources we have. The more exploring we're gonna have to do, because I did not hit all the exploring in the first run through. So we're going to do as much as we can, guys, to get this next run through done. We're going to run a new game on Village of Shadows, literally, because look at this. We'll take it easy on you, just your average difficulty. We'll hit you with all we got. But this one, survive the unsurvivable, meaning that we better hit all of our headshots or we're screwed. So without further ado, guys, we're going to get back into the game again. If you were not here for the first playthrough or the runaround, you're going to see the story again, and we're going to complete it on its full entirety. We're really gonna try to beat it in its full entirety this game. I know there's a lot of areas that I did not explore during the first run through because I was running through the story. This time around, we're gonna be exploring every corner of the map and also everywhere we visit. So I'm expecting, for this next playthrough to be a lot longer, and also the main core of my experience of what Resident Evil Village really is in its entirety. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Before we do it, though, in case you missed it last time, we're gonna run a recap video of what happened in the events of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. So we're gonna get into that real quick, and we'll go from there, guys. Alright, so let's get back into remembering Resident Evil 7.
Okay, where to start? My name? It's Ethan. Ethan Winters. It's been 3 years since everything happened at the Baker house. I was looking for my wife, who disappeared. I got an email from her. She told me to come get her. And of course, that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. I found Mia being held captive in a dark basement. She wasn't thinking right. She attacked me like some kind of wild animal. Later on, I found out that she was infected by a special kind of mold. I looked all over the house trying to find an antidote, a vaccine, anything. The people who lived there were already infected. What was left of them wasn't human. The source of the infection was a bioweapon that looked like a little girl. Her name was Evelyn. I fought the fucked up family and was able to treat Mia's symptoms with a serum. Then Chris Redfield and his soldier buddies showed up and saved the both of us. Is that enough? I really don't want to talk about what happened anymore. It's all over now.
Alright, so getting back into it, guys. Fun fact about, the events of Resident Evil 7 and, conspiring, to, the events of Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 7 really held a really important it was a really important part of Ethan's story, and I think even to the saga in itself, because throughout this game we learn, that this game, Resident Evil 8, really takes us to even before the events of Resident Evil 1 occurring. They really ties us up to like how the Umbrella Corporation was founded and all that stuff. You look for clues. So if you haven't been here if you guys missed it earlier, we're gonna be running Resident Evil 8 again. If you guys saw it, I already completed it, but we're gonna be running it again on its hardest difficulty, and getting the full experience of what Resident Evil Village really is in a horror point of view, and as a Resident Evil fan, Capcom expecting us to run through it again. It's gonna be really fun, guys. I'm excited. I can't wait to do this. So without further ado, guys, let's just get into it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna try. If you didn't watch my first playthrough, I'm gonna avoid trying to talk about spoilers as much as possible, even though I kind of already did at the start of the stream. But if you're just tuning in, I'll try to keep my I won't really say that much of like what's to come next, because I already know what to expect from the story. But I'll try to keep it to a minimum of revealing spoilers if you haven't watched the first walkthrough. Right, without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Only thing that sucks about Resident Evil games, I'm gonna have to wait another 4 years for the next one.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free from Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine and under branch, and into the forest deep. Feeling strange eyes upon her, the girl recalled Mother's scary bedtime tales, and her throat became bone dry. Then the Bat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own wing. "Come, child, quench your thirst," he said. So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy. Passing through the graveyard, menacing storm clouds loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold. The girl was shivering in her thin clothes. Then a dark weaver appeared, and with a click of his fingers crafted mist into a beautiful dress. "Come, child, warm yourself," he coaxed. So she clothed herself and smiled with joy. Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy. Then the Fish King appeared and offered one of his many fins. "Come, child, eat your fill." So the girl ate and smiled with joy once more. Continuing on, she soon entered the forest's dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned the other monsters. Terror filled the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark yet regal. "Gifts we gave, but more you took," she snarled. "So more in turn is due." In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror. There. She's asleep.
What is with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale. Besides, Rose doesn't seem to mind.
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank God. We moved here so that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
There's nothing wrong with my memory. You're just being paranoid.
It's not... Never mind. I'm sorry. But I'm not paranoid. I'm just cautious.
Then, go cautiously take your daughter to bed. I'll finish dinner.
One thing I pointed out at the beginning of my first playthrough, and I'll point out again at this playthrough, just because I have a pet peeve for it, is that this is a baller house. Like I'm just gonna be real, man. The interior, the look of it, you know.
Did you say something?
Nothing. I'll put her down.
And whatchamacallit, one thing I really love that Capcom did is they really took their time with the designs of the layout of, you know, especially the interiors, especially in Camel Dimitrescu, which we're going to visit later in the game. You know, they really took their time to give us a vibe. One thing I really enjoyed about this game is that it reminisced on, you know, of like Resident Evil 4, but also kept
like I said to your mom,
the new first-person perspective from Resident Evil 7, along with incorporating, you know, strategic advantages and inventory management, such as Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2 did. So I think that's something that this game really did well. You know, Capcom especially, you know, just incorporating everything together. I really, especially for the 8th installment in the main franchise, I feel like they did a really good job. You know, just in a whole. I do have, you know, I do have flaws. This game does have its flaws, and not too big, but there's a couple things that I didn't like that I'll address on later as we go through the story once more. But whatchamacallit, until then, we're just gonna be playing this game again, because I'm gonna catch. There's probably gonna be some more things that I catch in the story that I didn't catch around the first time, that I'll probably understand a lot more. And this dude's amps are pimp. I want those amps from my studio. Those are winters. Blah 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 blah. In the same time, I'm also going to try to speedrun this as fast as humanly possible. It might not work according to my plan due to the fact that we're on the hardest difficulty of the game, so we'll see how it goes. I don't like the carpet look though.
Is she okay?
Sleeping like like a baby. That smells good. What's that?
Oh, hands off, mister. It's churba de legume. It's a local recipe.
Wow, you've gone full native, haven't you?
Local wine, too. But if you're gonna keep sulking all evening, maybe you shouldn't have any. You really have to stop worrying.
It's just finding you in Louisiana, the pregnancy, Chris moving us here, military training, it all happened so fast, you know?
Well, at least we're all together. You, me, Rose. Now, everything's gonna
Seriously? Think we can just forget about what happened in Louisiana?
It happened so long ago. I don't understand why you are so...
Mia! Get down! Mia! Mia. Oh, God. Chris? What the hell?
Sorry, Ethan.
No! What? Why?
Go move!
One thing I also want to point out is that Chris Redfield is so important to the story, it actually blew my mind how important of a character he was.
What the hell are you doing with my daughter?
Package secure, sir. Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Rose.
Get him out.
Hey, Doc.
Hello, Mr. Winters. I've got your daughter's results back, and I'd like you to come in to talk about them. How about next Thursday, 4 o'clock?
No problem. We'll be there. That was the doc. She'll see us next week. Hey, now. Think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know.
I hardly talk about anything else. I keep telling you, it's not Rose that I'm worried about.
Well, then what are you worried about? Look, she's gonna be fine. I just know it. What else matters?
We matter, Ethan! You matter! You just won't.
Mia, what are you talking about? Is there something you're not telling me? Come on, talk to me. Damn it. I have to take this.
Those eyes from the baby are the only thing that look cartoonish. Everything else looks pretty smooth. But you could just tell that Capcom was like, nah, we'll just give for this little, you know, little picture, we'll give him big eyes. Middle of nowhere.
Jesus.
About damn time. What's your status? Is the package safe?
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized to walk over.
Fuck. What the hell happened to you?
Yeah, middle of nowhere in the woods, spooky. I think he's even walking slower than we did in the first run through. Keep in mind this game does have its terrifying moments and its jump scares. You want to feel bad for something in this game, feel bad for Ethan's hands. And you'll see what I mean later down the road. Alright, I'm over here slacking. We're supposed to be completing this as fast as possible.
did all this?
The word, bird is the word, the bird is the word. No, I'm just kidding.
Where the hell am I?
Where are you? You're in the middle of nowhere. What's the weather like up there, Ollie? Swimming! Oh! I think it's funny how the village feels now compared to how it feels later when we start making a lot more progression to the story. Bird is the word.
Maybe they're out.
Yeah, no, unlikely. I find that unlikely. You're dragging the horse. I want to see what's going down somewhere else in the beginning. It's all quiet. I don't think I hit this up in the first playthrough. Oh, it's not gonna let me open it till later. For whatever an unknown reason. Swim it all! Thanks, Ollie. Hanging chickens. Oh no, hanging goat heads. And shit.
What happened?
What happened is a bunch of motherfuckers got killed, cuz. That's what happened. People got shot. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of dudes in this home. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We'll find the key for that later. Some force control, yeah.
Did they just run out of the house?
The hell's in there? Looks like some shit I never noticed before.
No, I'm friendly.
Are you kidding me? That close range, dude? You would have got your.
Who sent you? Nobody. There was an accident down on the road and... What's going on? Oh no. They're coming. Who is? What the hell was that?
You have a gun?
What?
Please tell me you have a gun.
No, why would I?
Take it! Take it! Nobody's out there.
Hey,
But I never heard to not shoot during.
Hey!
So I forget about that shit.
What the?
Dead body? Wait, there's more.
Damn, been restoring the whole village up in this mofo. Damn, homie got messed up.
Jesus Christ. What the hell is wrong with this place?
Damn, that many rotting corpses, it probably smells like crap. Oh, this is what's gonna get hard.
Shit! What the fuck was that?
That's a big fucking werewolf, my friend. That's what that is.
No. Stay back.
We gotta conserve as much ammunition as possible. Because it is about to get real. It's just gotta go crazy. Make sure I'm searching everything. I thought it was a really cool feature to have too, was the barricade in the doorways. I really felt like added more to the experience. Damn, they do a lot of more damage. Right. Damn, one body does that shit? Shit, alright. Alright, damn. We're already running low on shit. This is killing me.
Is it over?
Nope, not close.
Hello. If there are any survivors out there, come to my
To Louisa's house, near the fields.
Survivors?
Yes, motherfucker, survivors. Damn. Oh,
Damn it.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Yo, he's just not on my leg. Yo, that's wild. Yeah, this is gonna be harder than I thought.
Is it over? Survivors?
Yeah, you could even tell that I walked through. Pick up the gun.
Damn it.
Give me the fuck up. Ow, dude, I'm on the freaking ladder.
There's no end to them.
Damn. Wait, what? Damn, this is gonna be hard, dude. I don't even think it's about, like, whatchamacallit, it's about... Yeah, this is gonna be harder than I thought. As far as my understanding, this is way harder than Resident Evil 7 right now.
Is it over? There's no end to them.
There's no way I know that right now. Bro. Damn, dude, like this really is. I'm trying to figure out because there's always a strategy to it. Once I figure out the strategy, I'll probably be able to figure it out. Since we're on the hardest difficulty, I don't know what the strategy is yet, so it's gonna take me like a moment to figure it out.
Is it over?
You're describing your personality. I just want to know who you are. There's more shit here and I'm not even looking.
Damn it. Okay.
Dude, what the hell? I'm gonna be so slow right now.
There's no end to them.
Oh yeah, I went the wrong way.
Shit!
Dude, there's no fucking way. That is shockingly awful. Shockingly awful.